Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I'm your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. And today, I'm a little bit mad, to be honest with you. I'm kind of tired of hearing people tell me what is and isn't possible. And as I'm embarking on a few new chapters in my life and a few new ventures in my life, I keep hearing people say something is hard or too hard, or even the words impossible. Or my favorite, you're too old. And I am just sick and tired of people telling me what I'm supposed to be doing, what I should be doing, what I can be doing. Like, there are a lot of things in this life that were once impossible, and then somebody did them, and then impossible became possible. And, it's really easy for someone to sit on the sidelines and tell you what you can and can't do and set boundaries for what you should or shouldn't be able to do. But really, those boundaries are all in your head. And there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see you become, what you're aspiring to do, because they don't have either the motivation, they don't have the talent, they don't have the willpower to do it themselves. But I'm fed up with people telling me what I should or shouldn't be doing, or what I can and what I can't do. And as I get into kind of some new things in my world, it's really opened my eyes to the need to believe in myself and the need to put and surround myself with people who either want to support me or at very least don't want to bring me down. And I've had to make some really hard decisions over the last few months here as to who I really want in my life. And people who have been in my life for a long period of time, they're just not bringing value to me. And it's not a one-way relationship. Like, I don't expect them to just do something for me. I'm going to support them equally going back the other way, but I certainly don't want them to be around me to bring me down. And so as you think about what you're doing in your life, whether you're just starting a business, whether you're about to leave a career that you've been doing for a good amount of time and you're embarking on something new, there are a lot of things out there that people are going to tell you you can't do. And I, for one, don't believe that. I am 50 years old. I feel and act, and frankly, I think I look as good as I did in my 20s. And the reason that I believe that is because I have confidence in myself. Doesn't mean I've not failed. I've failed a ton. I think back to my early days when I was living in a shed, and I was just starting on my first business, and I had zero money. I had just had a car repossessed, and a buddy of mine loaned me a motorcycle to drive, which I didn't even have a motorcycle license, which was a little bit scary. But at that time, literally living in a shed, driving a motorcycle in the middle of winter, everybody told me, as I was setting out to start this business, Millennium at the time, that you can't do this. That's impossible. You don't know anything about business. You're 19 years old. You don't know anything about, what it takes. And I didn't listen to them. And maybe it was naivety, maybe it was just youthful ignorance, but I didn't listen to them, and I went out and I built my first business, and sold my first business at 20 years old. And it was just very simply because I got tired of people telling me what I can and can't do. And so as I get into kind of my next chapters, frankly, even this podcast, when I started this, people are like, nobody cares to listen to you. And maybe that's true. Maybe I'm just talking to myself, but I tell you what, I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that I feel like I owe it to the world to give back. I've been very fortunate, very lucky. I literally shouldn't be where I am. I've had so many, great opportunities, that have been put in front of me. And I want to be able to share what's worked, what's not worked, the pitfalls, what I'm going through mentally, what I'm going through physically. And I'm just really tired of people telling me that I have boundaries around what I am capable of doing, what I should be doing, and frankly, I don't need their permission. And so as you think about what you're getting into, whether it be a new business that maybe you don't have a lot of experience in, or whether it's leaving a good career because you want to go chase a passion, that you really feel strongly about, you don't need someone to give you permission to do that. You need to give yourself permission to do that. And you need to believe in yourself, and you need to make sure that when you make those decisions that you're doing it for you. And maybe these decisions, don't always land on your feet, and maybe you have some failures. But if you don't try it, if you have this thing that you want to go do and you don't give it an effort, how hard is that going to be? Looking back at life, wondering what would have happened if I had just stopped listening to the naysayers, stopped listening to all the people that had negativity in their life, and I just focused and did what I wanted to do because I knew in my heart I wanted to give it a try. Like, that's the way I want to live my life. I don't want to live in the shadows of what someone else tells me I am capable of doing. And I want to go push my own boundaries. I want to go find out what I'm capable of doing. And if people want to snicker and people want to be haters and people want to not like, fine. I can take it. I've got thick skin. I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this to get approval. I'm doing this because I want to do it. And so as I think about, what I'm doing, I'm changing my life dramatically right now. I'm starting a new business in software, of which I don't know a lot about software. I've had to learn. I'm starting a new podcast. Well, it's not new anymore, but I started a podcast, of which I never hosted a podcast, but I've had some amazing guests from, legendary, sports stars to actors to business people, and they like to talk. And the reason they like to talk is because they have stories to tell, because they overcame adversity. They overcame people in their life that said they are not capable of doing what they want to do. And so this is your permission. This is your wake-up call that if you've got something burning inside of you that you need to go give it a go at, or you're afraid because somebody told you that you can't do this because you don't have the experience, don't listen to them. Believe in yourself. Believe in your heart. Have confidence. Don't be afraid to fail. It's much scarier to not try. So this is your permission. Go for it. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And please don't forget to share. I hope you all appreciate the message out there. Take care.